Now we have both teams. The down team is playing as selected on your program. In goal, number 1, Noel Keith. Right cornerback number 2, Kevin Coulter. Fullback number 3, Jared Coulter. And left cornerback number 4 is Paddy Brannan. On the halfback line, number 5 is Martin Mallon. Centre back is Paul McMullen. And left halfback number 7 is Dermot Woods. At centre field for Down, wearing number 8 is Danny Hughes, and number 9 is Dermot O'Cray. On the half-forward line, on the right, number 10 is Gerard McGrattan. Centre forward number 11 is Chris McGeehan, and left half-forward number 12 is Noel Sands. On the full forward line, on the right, number 13 is Michael Delaney. Full forward is Martin Bailey, and left corner forward number 15, Lorenzo McMullen. Now we have the Kilkenny team. In goal is Michael Welsh. Right cornerback number 2, Eddie O'Connor, who's the captain. Fullback number 3, Pat Dwyer. And left cornerback number 4 is Dean Simpson. On the halfback line, on the right, wearing number 17 is Joe Welsh. That's Joe Welsh, who replaces Liam Welsh. Centre back is number 6, Pat O'Neill, and left half-back number 7 is Bill Hennessy. At centre field for Kilkenny is number 8, Marcus Phelan, and number 9 is James Drennan. On the half-forward line on the right, number 10 is Ray Heffernan. At centre forward number 11 is John Power, and left half-forward number 12 is DJ Carey. On the full forward line, number 13 is Eamon Morrissey, number 14, full forward Lee McCarthy, and on the left corner, number 15 is PJ Delaney. Our referee for this game today is Willie Horrigan from Cork.
Midfielder Danny Hughes on PJ Delaney, and the free to Kilkenny to be taken, we presume, by Ray Heffernan, about 15 metres in from the sideline, about 25 metres from the Down goal. Down defending the O'Loughlin's end of the ground. Ray really can miss in the National League games he's played so far this year. He doesn't miss in this one. Kilkenny 2 points, Down a point. And at this stage, no real pattern emerging in the game. Very, very open, and doesn't seem to have the bite that certainly a championship game or even a crucial league game might have yet. Drop a good puck out from Keith into Down goal, dropping on midfield, and well moved on further by Danny Hughes in as far as the corner to Sands and Simpson. Simpson wins this one, pushes out a little bit to Pat O'Neill. A good ground ball from Pat O'Neill, sending Kilkenny on the attack. Out comes Branagh again, out past Eamon Morris. He takes it very well indeed. The centre back, Paul McMullen from Portaferry, picks it up. Is fouled by Ray Heffernan, and a free to the Down men on their own 45-metre line. I think the first time Down have played in Nolan Park. Noel, to your memory, is that right?
I never played against them. I don't remember a played, but however, they're hitting that ball very well on the ground, and I think it's a day for ground hurler, really.
They're certainly direct hurlers anyway. Pat O'Neill, a great catch from Pat in the centre of his defence, about 20 metres out from goal. He doesn't have much room to swing his stick, so he kicks it out towards Bill Hennessy, and Bill moving the ball very well in the ground also to John Power. The cornerback has committed himself on front, PJ Delaney, but John Power just can't get the ball to him. Eventually John scoops the ball over the sideline and a line ball to Down. Down, as you know, have 4 points from the National League at this point, so also have Kilkenny. There are a few possible combinations which might upset the Division 1 apple cart today if the results work out a little bit odd, shall we say. But Kilkenny really do need to win, as Noel Skehan said earlier, to make it through to the final stage of the league. At the moment, they're a little bit slack, a little bit hesitant, and Down on the attack again. Michael Phelan back in his own half-back line, clear, but it comes only as far as Danny Hughes at midfield. Hughes, a very strong player. A left shot in on top. Mickey Welch, he lets it slip out of his hand and over the end line for a 65. Again, Michael Walsh there, he had time and space, and something must have taken his attention, Noel.
I think he was between two minds, Tommy, really, whether he let it go wide or play the ball, like, you know. But when you make up your mind to play it, you should play it, like, you know.
It did seem to be drifting wide from our point, but
you wouldn't know from here, really.
You really wouldn't know. Kevin Coulter, cornerback for Down, coming up to take the 65. This strike's a very fine striker. Kevin Coulter is drifting a bit to the left, I think. Yes, it's gone wide. A bit unfortunate for Down in a sense. I think they certainly feel that they need every single point they can get from frees to keep them in the hunt. Puck out from Michael. Watch a good long puck out from Michael. This time dropping on Ray Heffernan and Dermot Woods. Breaks between them. A Shimozel in the midfield area. Well stuck clear by Woods. Good first time hurling by Down. They're winning twice in the amount of ball at midfield. Now comes Martin Bailey from full forward. Right out to the corner. This time a left-handed shot across the goal. No, unfortunately he hits it wide on his own side. Again, perhaps a little bit of panic on the part of the Down man. He did have opportunity to put the ball across the face of the goal, but opting to go for a point from a very sharp angle, not the best idea. Good puck out from Michael Walsh, dropping 60 metres out from the Down goal. DJ going for it, and Hughes having a storming game in midfield at the for the first 10 into this game, but loses this one to Ray Heffernan. Ray is fouled by Dermot Woods, and a free to Kilkenny to be taken by Ray Heffernan from Glenmore. The full forward line for Kilkenny today, as you know, Eamon Morrissey in the corner, back for his first match since the All-Ireland. Liam McCarthy at full forward, and PJ Delaney in the corner. So a few, both DJ and Eamon back for their first time in the Kilkenny colours in quite a while. A puck, the race free drops in the top of no key. It's blocked down by Eamon Morrissey, but Coulter, the full back, trying to get it out. And here comes Braniff again, who's having a fine game. Hand passes to Dermot Woods, and Woods hits a huge ball down towards Bill Hennessy and Lorenzo McMullen. McMullen moves it a few yards forward, but there's Pat O'Neill again. Pat winning ball at will from the centre-back position. A short touch to Shiner, and Shiner has a shot from midfield. It's dropping short, but it's dropping to McCarthy, but McCarthy misses it. And goalkeeper Noel Keith comes out, charges past McCarthy, and hits a fine clearance down the field, down on top of Bill Hennessy and Shiner and Hughes, but they all miss it, and it goes to McGeehan. The ball right in the Kilkenny 21 now, and out comes Bailey, a big strong pull forward, a left-handed shot from him, but very well blocked by Eddie O'Connor. Ball back in McGeehan at their centre forward, turns Pat O'Neill left and right, a left-handed shot, but again it goes wide. Down hitting a few wides, Noel, 4 wide I think already. Yeah, well, I suppose that one should have been taken. The one before that, Tommy, you said yourself, should have put across the face of the goal. Like, he was looking for a point in the corner flag. Bit of inexperience, I suppose. Yeah, their forwards are getting plenty of possession, but I think they're a bit anxious. They're a bit over-anxious.
All right, yeah, probably a bit, yeah.
Their back's playing certainly well, and none better than Dermot Woods at number 7. A nice hand pass to Martin Mallon. Good combination from the Down defence, and a great ball down into the corner, but Eddie O'Connor looks like he's in control, and it goes, he prods the ball here, it goes out over the sideline, but off a Down man, and a line ball will be awarded to Kilkenny. Joe Walsh from Mulnavat wearing number 17 to take it. Joe replaced Liam Walsh just before the start of the game. No other changes on the Kilkenny team except that Liam Keown has been brought into the subs. The ball goes as far as Pat O'Neill. Pat beaten this time, but the ball again goes out over the sideline. It looks like a Kilkenny ball. Yes, indeed it is. Linesman Pat Mulrooney had no doubt about it down there. And Michael Phelan this time goes back into his own defence to take a line ball. It's about 55 metres from the Kilkenny goal. He's right down under the stand, and he hits a fair ball on the ground, but only as far as Woods, the wing back for Down. Chased and harried by John Power, but very cleverly hand passed by Woods to his centre back, which a great ball down the field. Joe Walsh trying to cut it out, fails to do so, goes to Dermot O'Prey, a left-handed shot, again a rather hurry one, but in around the danger area, and here stands trying hard to get it up, failing to do so first time. Being harassed, pushed out to the corner, a good ball across the face to Kilkenny goal. Bailey full forward to it, he gets there first, gets there before Pat Dwyer. He has the ball in his hand, he's on his knees trying to get around Pat Dwyer, hand passes inside to Lorenzo McMullen. McMullen, another ground ball across the face of the Kilkenny goal. Real uncertainty among the Kilkenny defence, but they're there in numbers, and Eddie Dwyer eventually clears it out. Eddie O'Connor, I mean to say. Again, the ball in the possession of down at midfield with Danny Hughes. A lot of hand passing, the ball eventually to McGrattan, and Shiner blocks him down very well indeed. It goes out over the side then off Jamesy Brennan's stick, and Gerald McGrattan, probably the best known down hurler of the moment, to take the line ball. A very tall, rangy player who has showed tremendous skill. He's about 40 metres from the Kilkenny goal. He's a huge line ball right in top of the goal. Michael Walsh grabs it, out solos out to the left, and hits a good clearance out towards the substitute's dugout on midfield. But on midfield, Paul McMullen gets it in his hand. Despite quite a bright sun down into his eyes, McMullen's having a very fine game at centre-back, and John Power really has yet to come to grips with the game, Noel.
Yeah, I think the half-back in general are playing very well, Tommy, like to cross the line, you know.
They're certainly calm in their clearances anyway.
Yeah, and their support play is good, and they're running into good positions. But I think when they get the ball loose, they're beginning to have two minds what to do with it, like, you know.
The free from Kevin Coulter again out on the sideline. It looks good this time. Michael Walsh looking up, puts up his hand and catches it under the crossbar. He takes two hard shoulders on the way out, and away he goes out towards the corner. At the town goal, he kicks it clear. Not a very successful kick, unfortunately. Goes out over the sideline. Just here beneath us at the stand, and McGrattan to take the line ball again. A few moments ago, he took a line ball from an identical place, and Michael Walsh only got to see it at the last moment and took it clear. This time he's lining up for it. He really does look like a guy who's going for a point off it. Will he make it? Yes, he looks very good indeed in top of the goal. Michael Walsh again now coming straight out to the goal. This time shifts a heavy shoulder from Noel Sands, but managed to flick the ball clear. He's left a beautiful double on by DJ. Just in his own half, but down have possession again. DJ robbing the centre field though. Robbing up playing. Here comes DJ 50 metres from the down goal. Hand passes inside to PJ Delaney. PJ has to go back a step forward, but he takes it, steadies himself, and hits a bad wide, a dreadful wide from 25 metres. But for once, Kilkenny getting clear, and really we should have done better, Noel.
To be honest, Tommy, I thought DJ should have continued with that ball and took the point himself. He was the man that was in front of the goal, and still he pushed it out to a man that was in a worse angle. And I think that was the mistake, rather than PJ hitting it wide, like,
yes.
You know.
The ball this time, DJ has it again being marked tightly by Martin Mallon. If you've just joined us, 15 minutes into the game, here in Nolan Park, Kilkenny 2 points, down 1 goal. That goal scored in the 4th minute of the game by Noel Sands. At the moment we have a free to Kilkenny from Ray Heffernan. He's 60 metres from the goal. It looks as if Kilkenny have whatever breeze is in it. Ray hits it very wide indeed though. There is a fresh little breeze out there. You'd see the difference in the puck out. There's certainly 15 yards of a difference in the puck outs. Goalkeeper Noel Keith, the man who pulled off a marvellous save in the first minute of the game for down. Pucking the ball and leaving a good one indeed. Dropping down on centre, Pat O'Neill's position at centre back, but there Sands again, a busy player, and indeed a very accurate player when he does get a chance. He hand passes the ball clear to McGeegan at centre forward. A left-handed shot. I think it's drifting to the left. It's gone out of my vision here with the stand, but it has gone wide indeed. Again, the down, 5 wides to down. The forwards really are smacking away their chances.
Yeah, I think, Tommy, if they get on the target, it'll be 1-5 without any problem, you know. And
no doubt about it. Michael Walsh's puck out, blocked back by Woods. As far as the midfielder, and there's McGrattan digging for it in there. Gerald McGrattan playing at midfield, but wearing the number 10. And here's Eamon Morrissey, starved of possession in the corner, and now he's out in the sideline 50 metres from the down goal. A good ball in turn McCarthy. McCarthy's trying to get it, but McCarthy's on the ground. He flicks it clear to PJ Delaney. PJ going on his left side, shortens the stick with his left hand, and hits a nice little point to make up for that mistake he made earlier. A grand point from PJ, and really he found himself in acres of room that time, Noel.
Yeah, they're a good break there that time, and I suppose when Lee McCarthy didn't get his first catch, he made use of the flick. And PJ was in the right position, and made good space for himself, so it's a good score for PJ now, set them down.
A draw match, Kilkenny 3 points down, 1 goal, and here comes Hughes. Hughes, the midfielder from Ballycran, who's having a great game. He's 25 metres from the Kilkenny goal, a low hard shot, but it screams wide. Again, he probably could have taken an extra 5 or 6 yards out of it. There was a distinct lack of cornerbacks coming to meet him, Noel.
I think, Tommy, he could have continued on into the big square, actually.
Yes,
and make things very awkward for our
he really could. He's having a great game at midfield.
Very well, yeah.
He's moved in the last minute or two to centre forward. It's only in the last minute he's moved in there, but he's got a huge amount of possession so far. The ball now with Braniff, the corner back, only as far as midfield, and Michael Phelan trying to tidy up a nice hand pass to Joe Walsh, who supported very well indeed. Angles the ball across the field towards PJ Delaney. PJ managed to get it. He's 10 metres out from the end line, but at a very sharp angle. Tries to place it across the goal, but it's flicked out instead by Gerald Coulter, fullback for down for a 65. Again, PJ's angle was very sharp there indeed. He didn't have much chance of a point. Trying to place, I think it was DJ for a score, but we get the 65 for it anyway. Ray Heffernan about to take it. He's halfway between the sideline and the middle of the pitch. He's nice little breeze behind him. Distance is no object, though it usually isn't with Ray anyway. A great long-range striker. This one, it didn't come up too cleanly. No, indeed, it's gone wide. Kilkenny with 4 wides at this point. So maybe it's the breeze, maybe it's something else, Noel Keane.
I don't know. I wonder, is it confidence, Tommy? That's what I'm thinking. With the free taker, that's the other bit. Like, there's definitely 2 of them should have been scored. Like, you know, so there may be a bit of lack of confidence there.
Certainly that's the way with Down. So with Kilkenny, it may well be the situation with Ray Heffernan. Again, the ball, McGrattan with the ball, and away he goes on one of his typical runs. Well robbed by DJ. The ball flicked off his hurley very well indeed. Michael Phelan trying to pick it up. McGrattan on him. McGrattan holding possession. Michael Phelan fouling him. A free to Down, about 15 metres in from the sideline, 45 metres out from the Town goal, which Kilkenny are defending. The man who's to take it will be Chris McGeehan. And with 20 minutes gone, Kilkenny 3 points, Down a goal. Chris McGeehan bending over the ball. It's very high indeed. Everybody looking up. A good point for Down. They go into the lead. 1 goal and 1 point to 3 points after just 20 minutes of the first half, and certainly they deserve that lead at this stage, Noel. It has to be said.
It's funny, Tommy, that free now was a hard free, like, and they had better possession earlier on, and thrown away 3 or 4 points.
Indeed, that's right. Indeed, that's right. But when he had time to settle and so on, there's no problem to him. The ball with John Power and Paul McMullen having a right old tussle centre back. McMullen wins this one and grounds it down the field. Bill Hennessy going back towards it, he leaves it to the brother-in-law Simpson, but in fact both of them miss it, and there really is a bit of a mess over there by the dugout on the hillside. Sand gets in, a busy little Sand tries to move the ball in a little bit towards the Kilkenny goal. It goes out over the sideline, I think from Simpson's hurley, a line ball to Down about 55 metres from the Kilkenny goal, and up comes cornerback Kevin Coulter to cut this ball. PJ Delaney, meanwhile, has come across to this side of the field in the event of a quick clearance from the Kilkenny defence, and who would blame PJ for that? Coulter winds up a huge line ball, an enormous ball right in top of the goal, top of Bailey. Out it goes for a 65, and really the line balls are a great feature of the Down game today, Noel.
They're doing a very good job on them, Tommy. Like, I like the way they place the ball and they go back and they think about it. They don't rush up to take this ball, you know. They really think it out, like, you know, and they're striking very good balls. One thing I noticed too, Tommy, when they are taking the sideline cut, I noticed your man's head is hitting the ground nearly, like when he's... They
really are getting under it, aren't they? Yeah, certainly any young lads here today, if they want to see how sideline cuts are taken, they could well do it to look at the Down lads.
Surely.
Coulter with the 65, hits it poorly. The ball didn't seem to come up too well for him again. And a game really which the number of wides seem to be one of the large features of it at the moment. So there's a lot of very fine open hurling, and the ball is really moving well from end to end. Both teams getting together some very, very nice movements. This time Kilkenny on the attack, but out comes full-back Coulter, whips hard at it, but only gets it as far as PJ Delaney. PJ trying to make a bit of room, he decides to go himself, past 2 down men, shortens the stick, it's a good right-handed shot over the bar. Very good point from PJ Delaney. He's got the last 2 for Kilkenny. Kilkenny 4 points, Down 1-1. And he does seem to be getting a lot of freedom in there, Noel.
He does, yes. And I think PJ seems to be one man that is liable to score today and maybe set the game alight, but Down are still staying in there, Tommy, and the Kilkenny are finding it hard enough to shake them off now. Because they've over 20 minutes gone, I think, and it's a draw game, and like if you expect Kilkenny to be gone ahead at this stage.
Indeed you would, but they're not getting things their own way by any manner of means. And from the puck out, where referee Willie Horgan from Cork throws in the ball, there was a bit of a melee, nothing untoward, let it be said. It was just the ball got stuck under a player, and the safest thing to do was throw it in. PJ Delaney with the ball now, Kilkenny on the attack again, tackled high there by Kevin Coulter, and a free awarded to Kilkenny. Ray Heffernan to take it, he wants to take it quickly, he flicks it across the field to Shiner Brennan. Shiner 45 metres out from the down goal, fiddles with it first, gets it up but hits it over the bar for a nice point. And Shiner's first point of the game, he's having a rather torrid experience of it so far. He's marking a very tall man indeed in Danny Hughes, and he's finding possession under his dropping ball very difficult to come by. Up comes Pat O'Neill for the puck out and bats it down well, and John Power adds brilliantly to it. Out comes cornerback Braniff from the down goal, 60 metres from his own goal, a towering clearance from Braniff. Out across the field towards Bill Hennessy. Bill beaten to the ball by his man, recovers well. Another melee, two players on the ground, so referee Willie Horgan very quick to get across and throw in the ball. Bill Hennessy and McGee into tussle for it. No result really, still the Shamotle, but eventually Bill moves it out to the yards. But Martin Mallon, the down wing back, trying to get a down attack going, trying to get Michael Blaney, brother of Greg Blaney from Ballycran, trying to get him moving, but Simpson finds the ball first, gets it up and clears it very well up the field, where John Power is fouled in midfield. Centre back pushing him. There's a little bit of argy-bargy has been going on between the two for the last few moments. Nothing serious enough yet, nothing certainly toward bookings or anything like that, but I'm sure Willie Horgan will be looking at it. DJ is taking this free. He's about 7 metres into his own half. He's near the middle of the field. He really doesn't connect with it too well. It drops on the 21. Across comes Woods, who's been having a fine game in general play, the down number 7, but this time he loses it to John Power. John picks it up, nobody near him, and belts it over the bar. A nice score for John Power. And Noel Keane, I think at this stage the Kilkenny forwards are beginning to find a bit of space and a bit of range.
Yeah, they're coming into it better now, but I think our half back then are playing a little bit steadier. They're stopping the ball going through, and it's given a chance. The down boys are not running straight through like they were, like, you know.
Yeah, and when the defence has steadied up quite a bit up for this midfield, 4 guys up for it, but Pat O'Neill eventually gets a good ground ball up the field, up towards Evan Morrissey. Morrissey having to come a long way for it. And out comes instead the down fullback. The down fullback then really a long way out the field at this stage, and the defence looks rather open. But Kilkenny just can't get that, and a ground ball can hit, but Michael Field doesn't get it all that far. Rather untidy play around midfield. Chris McGeehan, a great battler for the ball, gets it. He's at centre forward, but he won the ball at midfield, and he gets down attacking again in towards the corner to Lorenzo McMullen. McMullen doesn't get it only as far as Joe Walsh, and the Mullavat man clears the ball 50 metres out for Kilkenny. Pat O'Neill adds to a good ground hurling for Kilkenny, and John Power adds to it further. The ball is now on the down 21. 3 good smacks of the ball, and it's out on this side, on the stand side with McCarthy. McCarthy hand passes to Morrissey. Morrissey has a shot at goal. It's curving a little bit. It's wide, unfortunately. Not very much wide, but that's a grand bit of ground hurling for Kilkenny now.
That's the way to win the match, Tommy. Exactly. Like, you know, keeping it on the ground, keeping it moving, because it is a day for ground hurling, definitely. Like. And
the park has looking in super condition.
Very well, yeah. Fine crowd over there. And
indeed there is, and certainly everyone enjoying the game here today. Goalkeeper Noel Keith with the puck out. 25 minutes gone in the first half. Kilkenny 6 points down 1-1. McGrattan trying to get it up. He does get it up. He pushes past Michael Phelan. Away he goes in his solo. He's steady. Has a shot at goal. Drops in top of Martin Bailey. Goes past him to Michael Walsh. And Michael coming straight out the middle. Coming out very quickly indeed. Clearing a great ball down the centre. Down towards the down centre back. Paul McMullen takes it very well over John Power's head and belts it out towards the sideline. They're chased to the sideline there. The ball beats both. To take the free straight in front of the goal. He hits this off to the right. It's kept in play by Michael Blaney. Michael cleared out a few yards by Simpson, but only to Danny Hughes. Hughes having a great game at midfield. Unfortunately, it's a very bad wide, though, about 25 metres out again, not looking.
Yeah, well, that time now is really inexperienced. I suppose he's not hit so many good ones. He probably thought he could do it without looking at the goal, Tommy. Yes. But in fairness, he's played very well up to this.
Now, puck out from Michael Walsh. Wind assisted with dropping down the down half back line. McGrattan back again. McGrattan having a smashing game at midfield. Third down. Drives the ball right into the heart of the Kilkenny defence. So, free in, third down. Somebody came in swiping rather hard on Martin Bailey that time. I think it was Pat Dwyer. The free will be awarded to Kilkenny. This time about 40 metres straight in from the goal, straight in front of the goal. Chris McGeehan to take it. He's already scored 3, 2 from play. And Chris bending, lifting, striking, and hits a grand point indeed. Down 1 goal and 4 points. Kilkenny 1 goal and 6 as we come close to half-time. My watch says we're gone half a minute over half-time. Willie Horgan's looking at his. We expect, yes, he puts up his hand calling for the ball. It's half-time. Kilkenny 1 goal and 6, down 1 goal and 4. Noel skiing, some nice hurling in that first half.
Yeah, if I was to sum it up, Tommy, I'd say like terms are generally level, we'll say. But if I was the Down manager now, I'd be very disappointed in the way that they allowed John Power to go through for the score. John Power was a brilliant score, there's no question about it. But I would have to say that if I was a back, I'd be disappointed. The goalkeeper hadn't a chance of it, but I would ask questions of my defence to know where they were for about 30 yards of a run straight through, like, you know. But overall, like, Down have played very, very well, and I'd say they played as good as Kilkenny, like, you know what I mean?
As he does so, and a free to Kilkenny, and that break will give me a chance to give you a few results. Tipperary 110, Antrim 1-5. Waterford 8 points, Clare 6 points, Wexford 8 points, Dublin 3 points, and in Division 2, Laois 5 points, Meath 5 points. They, let me repeat, our half-time scores, and Pat O'Neill with a free from his own 65, a huge free, chopping it down on top of PJ Delaney, but the ball instead comes out here a few yards to Martin Mallon, having a fine game at wing-back, keeping DJ very quiet indeed. The ball again this time between O'Neill and McGeegan, but midfielder O'Prey wins it, blocked very well by Bill Hennessy, but O'Prey gets a second bite to Cherry. There's a free up, argy-bargy between McGeegan and Pat O'Neill, and Willie Horgan comes in to try to sort it out. Pat O'Neill walks away, but referee Horgan is calling Pat back. I expect there'll be one name going into the book and quite possibly 2. We would, I don't know what the incident was. Out from the Kilkenny goal, Down sneaking closer to Kilkenny, Noel skiing, and we're beginning to get quite concerned at this stage.
Well, yes, we have to, like, there's only a point in it, Tommy. I mean, they say this is a championship match, like, if we're out, if we're beaten, we're out. That's where the scores look now to us, the half-time scores are elsewhere, like, you know. Danny Hughes catches the ball brilliantly in midfield over James Shiner Brendan. Away he goes in a run, throws it up, belts the ball in towards the Kilkenny goal, shot in top. Michael Walsh, Pat Dwyer tries to bat it out. Michael Walsh comes out towards the sideline here, out to the O'Loughlin's end of the pitch. He's tripped, but the referee says play on, and Michael hand passes the ball out of trouble. Pat Dwyer there to scoop it clear, gets it as far as Simpson. Simpson lifts and strikes, gets the ball out 50 metres, but Danny Hughes again having a storming game at midfield, has a great shot at Kilkenny goal, and there's a great goal, the levelling point. And certainly it has to be said, Down are well worth their value for that. Danny Hughes absolutely ruling midfield at this stage, Noel. I still say we have a problem in midfield, and we'll have to make changes in midfield, Tommy, whether we like it or not at this stage, like, you know, we just have to. And I see there is changes being made. I see Ray Heffernan is coming midfield, and Shiner has gone into the half-forward lane. An
interesting little note passed to me. If the scores we've read to you remain the same, the losers in this match will be relegated. Limerick are beating Offaly by 4 points at the moment. So that would have put Limerick, if they continue that, they'll have 5 points. Offaly will already be relegated. The ball here with Simpson under the stand. So this, whether I'm sure that I don't know whether the Kilkenny players realise that, but that, if nothing else, should put a tremendous urgency into their play. But the urgency is on Down's part, as Gerald Coulter clears his defence very well indeed. Ray Heffernan, after coming to midfield at this stage now, James Shiner Brennan gone to wing forward. PJ Delaney has moved out as well. There are switches all over the place in the Kilkenny team, and the game has taken on a sudden new urgency. The crowd certainly getting behind Kilkenny. This time they concede a line ball. Liam Simpson is contesting it. Really, I think it should have been a Kilkenny ball, but the linesman awards the line ball to Down. Is 45 metres out from the Kilkenny goal, just under the stand here. And by the way in which they're cutting the ball today, great ball straight across the pitch to McGrattan. And McGrattan in the clear, nobody near him, has a shot. It's very, very low. Pattaware blocks it and belts it out to the ground, out the side of the field. Really, Down missed a great opportunity for going well ahead then. John Power races back. He picked up that ball 40 metres from his own goal, out on the sideline. John Power has moved to midfield at this stage with Ray Heffernan, and Michael Phelan's at centre forward, Jane Shiner Brennan at wing forward.
And that told me we weren't too far wrong. We knew there were problems at centre field anyway.
Indeed we did. And both centre fields have now been moved in the last minute or two. But really why it took so long, Noel, is quite beyond me.
The other thing too, Tommy, I think Down are getting a little bit ambitious.
They are. And that's a great ball in the Kilkenny defence at the moment, and there is panic in the Kilkenny defence. Bailey with a shot at goal. He doesn't get it very far. Eddie O'Connor picks up in his usual way and clears coolly out this wing. But again, the Down men get to it first. And here's Chris McGee, and he's right under our commentary position here, hand pass to Hughes. And Down are playing with a hell of a lot of confidence at the moment. They're winning every ball they seriously contest. And it's back to Hughes. A little bit too much hand passing on the part of the Down players, but really they get it forward as well. And here comes Eddie O'Connor, captain of Kilkenny, leading as a captain should, moves it down as far as Michael Phelan, his clubmate. Phelan misses it, Ray Heffernan misses it, but eventually goes to Shiner with a great low ball into the centre of the Down defence. Lee McCarthy goes for it. He's fouled by the fullback, and really for the first time in several minutes the siege on Kilkenny goal has been lifted.
I still say, Tommy, that I think Down are getting a little bit ambitious. There was 4 balls actually right under us, and the ball didn't travel 4 or 5 yards.
That's right, but they played ducks and drakes with 3 Kilkenny guys just under us for a moment. But again, one of their problems, they weren't effective enough. They had the possession, and they haven't really turned it into scores at this stage. 8 minutes in the second half, 1-6 all. DJ to take the free. Let's see what he does with it. No problem to DJ. Kilkenny go into the lead, 1-7 to 1-6. And a sub being warmed up beyond. It looks like Adrian Ronan. I will repeat what we said. If the scores remain the same around the country at the moment, the losers here will be relegated. So it's all to play for, and in midfield Down seem to be winning the battle there again. But this time Michael Phelan moves out a little bit from centre forward and belts the ball out over the sideline. A line ball to Down about 45-50 metres from their own goal. I don't know who's coming off the Kilkenny team. I have a feeling it'll be Eamon Morrissey, and on will come Adrian Ronan. Eamon back for his first game in a long time indeed. Was looking a bit out of sorts today, and certainly caught a tartar in Paddy Braniff, who was having a stormy game. Another super sideline cut from the Down men. Joe Walsh, the Mulnavat man, gone back to clear it. Fails to get it too far, but the ball goes out over the sideline off a Down player, and we'll have a line ball to Kilkenny about 45 metres from the Kilkenny goal. Kilkenny playing against the breeze. They're only a point up. The breeze, the flags have dropped a little bit around the park, but there certainly are a few yards in it. Joe was to, I think it's a free he's taking, yes, instead of a sideline. It's a very poor ball indeed. Goes as far as Noel Sands. Sands robs Pat O'Neill very well indeed, and here comes Diarmid O'Prey, the Down midfielder, in trying to get the ball in his stick. Does so the second attempt. A left-handed shot at the goal. It's going down to one side, and a penalty I expect. Liam Simpson pushes Michael Blaney over. Willie Horgan charges in from midfield. Yes, indeed, he's ordered a penalty. The ball drifting harmlessly wide that time, Noel. And I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Liam Simpson may have been unlucky. He was behind the Down man. It may well have been an accidental trip. I wouldn't condemn him for saying he pushed him over.
Yeah, I'd say the Down forward overreacted a little bit, Tommy. A small little bit, like, you know. just the slightest bit. Yeah. I could say drive, but I won't.
You won't say Oscar, Noel, no.
No.
Okay. The penalty to be taken by Chris McGeehan.
I think they're going to make a mistake and go for a goal, because they could stop this one, I think.
Well, certainly, if he's a long. Oh, he doesn't even lift it properly, and he did 3 or 4 pace run up to it. It slipped off his hurl as he rode, and here comes Bill Hennessy chasing down the field, and hand pass to John Power, and Power straight down to the Down defence. He's 40 metres out from the goal. Hand pass out to Michael Phelan. Michael finds a bit of space for himself, and there's a point. And Noel skiing. Have you the gift of prophecy? Because
well, Tommy, I to be quite honest, I was watching and he was looking at the ball and he was going back and he was going forth and he was no way confident. He forgot the most important thing, rising the ball.
And the puck out from Noel Keith, dropping on the Kilkenny 45-metre line. Bill Hennessy clears up the breaking ball, but only gets it as far as midfield. Driven back again by down players. Down players getting to the ball first every time. Pat O'Neill fouls his Martin Bailey out here on the sideline, just underneath it, and I think we'll have a free to down 45 metres from the Kilkenny goal. McGeehan to take it again, and he's had mixed luck really. He's hit some marvellous frees, he's hit some good points in play, and he's done some awful things as well. But an unusual style. It's dropping in. I think it's dropping. Oh, it's in the net! It's in the net. Umpires looking at one another, referee looking at one another. I'm not sure. Willie Horgan, the umpire, has gone in to talk to the umpires. It's a free out. The ball dropped right down. There were a couple of players under it, and really, I suppose, no, those kind of goals aren't allowed anymore, are they?
Well, I'll be quite honest. A ball dropped in like that, like we should take more command in there, like you know. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Directly in is
yeah. It went all the way to the net, and down with their tails up at the moment, I suppose. The ball dropping in to Sands. Sands in the corner, a left-handed shot from Sands. Right. No, it pulls it a little bit and wide. The score's Kilkenny 1-8, down 1-6. 13 minutes gone in the game. A change here. Gerald Coulter is going from full back up to full forward for Down, and Down, I think that we'll catch up with it as we go along, but Coulter's a very, very big, strong man. Bailey has come further out the field. He's been doing very well indeed at full forward. The ball is in John Power's hand, 40 metres out, and John only knows one way to go. This time he's pulled down by Gerald McGrattan. A free to Kilkenny perhaps, and a free which they need really to steady the boat, because there's no fluidity or consistency in that second half hurling. No,
in fairness, I suppose Down are on top completely, but the point is they're not able to put the ball away, like, you know. They are finding it very hard to get scores at the moment, Down.
DJ to take the free, taking over the duties from Ray Heffernan, who hadn't been having the best of luck with them today. It comes up nicely for him. It looks, yes indeed, another point for DJ. He's second of the game. Kilkenny 1 goal and 9 points, Down 1 goal and 6. So we're coming up to the 15th minute of the second half.
I wonder, Tommy, did Down make a mistake by bringing in number 17 full back and shoving a man that was having a blinder at full back down to full forward?
Yes, it really is. The sub whom they brought in is Paddy Dorian. It's an area where they have been stretched on a few occasions, and maybe we're a little bit lucky. We'll see what will happen now. He's into action because McCarthy is tearing out for this one. But the ball is very well cut out by cornerback Kevin Coulter, who's had a great game really, and cleared up to McGeehan. McGeehan's trying to lift it with one hand, failing to do so. Grounds it a little bit in towards Michael Blaney. Blaney's fouled by Eddie O'Connor. A free into Down, 40 metres from the Kilkenny goal. This time, I think they're going to change the free taker. No, Chris McGeehan will take this one as well. And the sense of urgency that should be in the Kilkenny play really is missing in this half. We expected they'd come out with a little bit more fire after half-time, because things were tight at that stage, but it's Down who are showing the fire, and Down are edging closer again. 1 goal and 7 points for Down. Kilkenny 1 goal and 9. A good free driven over there by Chris McGeehan. Michael Walsh not in a great hurry to puck out the ball from the O'Loughlin into the ground. A fine crowd here in Nolan Park today, really an excellent crowd, and certainly enjoying the fair, even if not particularly happy with Kilkenny's performance. The ball is moved very well though from the puck out in towards the corner. Chasing after is Lee McCarthy. After him is Kevin Coulter. McCarthy gets it. He tries to go across the end line, doesn't. Turns back and flicks the ball out to Ray Heffernan. Ray 21 metres out. He fumbles it. He falls. And instead here comes Danny Hughes, the midfielder. And Danny Hughes clears the lines for Down very well indeed. Joe Walsh beats his man out to a Joe. Being marked by Martin Bailey, who'd been pulled forward earlier. And Joe had a great run down the centre of Nolan Park, trying to find room to swing the stick. Martin Bailey doesn't give him room to do so. He hand passed instead out to PJ Delaney. PJ out in the corner, strikes up the left. It takes a deflection. If the ball is still in play, it's tapped back into play by Adrian Ronan. He was just going wide. It's in the hands of Lee McCarthy at this moment. But Martin Mallon, the wing back for Down, takes the ball up and comes out of the defence very easily. the ball to a play at wing forward and moves it further. Michael Blaney being marked by Simpson, and Simpson pushes past Blaney, doesn't allow him to get the ball up. 2 down men on the play. They win the sideline cup. Again, the crowd disagree with it, and I'll have to say I'm on the crowd side this time. There were 2 down men there. It definitely looked like Kilkenny ball, Noel.
Oh, it's definitely Kilkenny ball. No question about that one, Tommy.
Another score coming through to us here at the moment. Galway 10 points, Cork 1 goal and 5. The ball from McGeehan, a super ball across the field. Again, a very well placed line ball into the hands of Noel Sands. Sands turns Eddie O'Connor once, twice, has a shot at goal. It's looking good indeed. The free out. It was dropping right down on the crossbar, and Michael Blaney came in to attempt to bat it in, but referee.
We'll have to get more urgency in their play and get the ball up fast up into the forwards, Tommy. There was too much short passing and things around our half back line, the centre field. I think more direct play now at the moment.
There's no real pace either up front. A lot of the players seem to be standing up.
Yeah.
Rather than
is in trouble at the moment too, Tommy.
Yeah. Referee Willie Horgan has just called in Kilkenny mentor and Billy Cudahy. Dr. Billy's the man coming in, DJ holding his arm. Looks as if it's some kind of hand injury. We'll have to wait a moment or two because referee Willie Horgan has gone down to investigate. 1 goal and 9 points for Kilkenny, 1-7 for down. 18 minutes gone in the second half. DJ seems to be all right. He's got some little attention from the magic bottle, as it's being called. The free out from the edge of the square by Michael Walsh doesn't travel a long way, but Pat O'Neill adds a little bit to it. It's as far as midfield. Bill Hennessy lifts and drives from there. A good ball down into the corner. PJ Delaney a bit out of position, but Liam McCarthy fills the position. He's pushed over there by the full-back substitute Paddy Dorian, and Norski and and really the down full-back line looks as if it's lost much of its effectiveness now.
Yeah, I think the full-back was having a blinder, and I think it's a very big mistake moving down full forward. Like, okay, you might substitute that for getting goals, but there's no point in getting one in and 4 frees coming at the other end.
They were playing well enough up front. It did seem like a bit of a panic move.
Oh, it was, yeah.
DJ to take the free. He's not too keen. The down man standing very close to him, but the down man moves back. DJ leans over, and it looks good from here. Yes, straight between the posts. 3 points for DJ, 1 goal and 10 points for Kilkenny, and 1 goal and 7 for down. So back to the 3-inch gap in it again that we had at the beginning of the second half. The puck out to come from Kevin Coulter, the corner back. A huge puck out, a huge puck dropping 30 metres from the Kilkenny goal. Stalemate there, but Noel Sands, very distinguishable in that white helmet. It's a great ball out the side towards Danny Hughes. Can't come up for the first time for Hughes, so it gives Eddie O'Connor time to get to him, and Hughes just can't get around Eddie O'Connor, but he belts a good ball across the face of the goal. Dublin down using the diagonal ball quite well in their attacks, but it's inside where they're having their problems. But McGeehan has it now. He has a left-handed shot, and it's over the bar. A fine point from Chris McGeehan, giving him a total of 3 points and playing 3 points from frees. And I'm sure you wouldn't mind having Chris McGeehan on your team, Noel Skier.
He's some player, I can tell you. A brilliant player. I think they're going a bit slow though down. They're not as fast, and they're not moving the ball as fast as they were, like, you know. And I think Kenny might just gain from that now. Hopefully they will, anyhow.
Ball at midfield, stalemate again. Ray Heffernan after it grounds the ball in towards the full forward line, towards Liam McCarthy and new full back. But PJ Delaney picks up the ball off the break, and Delaney moves clear, hand pass to Shiner. Shiner misjudges the hand pass, and they're stalemate again over on the sideline. The game degenerated quite a bit in the last few minutes now, in very scrappy play indeed, and both sides finding it difficult to pick the ball. It's as if, you know, it's as if they have first day nerves or something out there at the moment, Noel.
Well, there's a lot of speed gone out of the play at the moment, and the ball is the more emphasis on rising the ball, and there's a lot of poking and prodding going on. It's not half as good a game as it was earlier on, Tommy, to be honest.
The sidelines to be taken by Michael Phelan. Michael, who is taken from midfield. Kilkenny have replaced both midfields. They have another sub on the moment. It looks like Tom Murphy and Munkind will follow the play. Kilkenny in around the goal. McCarthy was trying to get a shot in from in front of the goal, but it's pushed out again to the corner. Ray Heffernan out after it here, out in the hill, 10 metres out from the goal. He decides to cross it instead. Hits a good ball across the face goal to Shiner, and Shiner left hands the ball over the bar. A nice pass from Ray Heffernan, Noel Skian.
That ball came from Liam McCarthy first of all, and as we were talking about earlier on, Liam McCarthy is more in the game now than he was while the full back was on him. I think I still say, even though repeating myself, it was a mistake to sub in full back.
Indeed, 111 to Kilkenny, 1-8 to Down. John Power with the ball. John, who was moved to midfield, fouled by Gerald McGrattan. And I think since John Power has moved to field, he's curbed Gerald McGrattan's effectiveness considerably.
Oh yeah, like since Kilkenny made the changes at midfield, we've come more into the game. Like there's no question about that. But we probably had to do it a bit earlier, Tommy.
The free to be taken from almost midfield by Ray Heffernan. He's just inside his own half. It's drifting a bit to the right. I think Adrian Ronan trying to knock it back there, but failing to do so. It's gone wide. PJ Delaney and Adrian Ronan Adrian came on as a sub for Eamon Morrissey. PJ and Adrian have changed corners. Adrian moving actually not so much in the corner, but out to make an extra half forward. A super catch from Pat O'Neill under that puck out. Trying to find Adrian Ronan with the ball. It bounces past Adrian and out comes defender Kevin Coulter, who's had a very fine game indeed. He tries to get the thing moving, but it only as far as Tom Murphy. I didn't see who Tom Murphy replaced. I'll come back to it. Looks like Joe Walsh, but the ball's in top of goalkeeper Noel Keith at the moment. And Keith takes the ball very well under pressure from Lee McCarthy and clears the midfield. Two Kilkenny men, one down man. What happens? It breaks free and comes to another down man, Danny Hughes. And Danny, an athletic, powerful player, well blocked by DJ. Very well blocked by DJ, but only as far as Chris McGeehan. And McGeehan has a shot at goal from 60 metres out. It's drifting to the left and wide.
It was a bad wide that time by Down.
It was
because... He should have made a lot more use of that ball, like, you know.
Again, he really has much more time than he realises. And I suppose for him it's a pity, but for Kilkenny not so bad that he keeps thinking that way. The puck out, dropping down. McGrattan gets it this time. Dragged by James Shiner Brennan as he does so. And a free out to Down 55 metres from their own goal. Kevin Coulter to hit this free, and Kevin Coulter's a very, very long striker indeed. It wouldn't surprise me if he went all the way with it. It's an enormous shot actually. It's 95 metres from the Kilkenny goal. It drifts a bit out towards the right. It's dropping 5 yards out. It does drift wide. Again, the Down attack really should have made a bit better of that one.
Yeah, I think they're overdoing it now at the moment. Like, you know, they're a bit too ambitious, Tommy, really. Like, they do the simple things well.
That's right, they're over-elaborating, Noel.
They are, yeah.
Puck out from Michael Walsh. Michael getting a few yards beyond the square for that one and getting away with it. And the ball is now with DJ. DJ chasing back past Paul McMullen, the down centre forward, trying to kick it forward. It gets to Delaney, but McCarthy's inside. If he can get it to him, can he get it to him? No, Delaney lifts instead. Twist turns, left-handed shot goes wide. There was a second or two where Lee McCarthy was sitting inside pleading for ball, but it just wouldn't. I don't think PJ Delaney was able to get it to him quickly enough. PJ then decided to go for it himself, but he had a poor enough wide. Quick puck out from Noel Keith, dropping well beyond midfield. Ray Heffernan beaten to the ball by Gerald McGrattan. McGrattan having a shot from long range, drifting wide again. Again, a poor shot, really, and neither one thing nor another. No,
they're not even going. They're not whether they're going for the score now, Tommy, or whether they're keeping the ball in play. Like, you know, they're hitting that much too far to keep it in play, and they're having the confidence to go for the score.
That's right. 25 minutes gone in the game. 5 minutes to go. 3 points. 3 points in it. Kilkenny 111, Down 1-8, and really a Kilkenny team that's surviving today rather than sparking. Down, Shiner moves the ball on a little bit from the puck out as far as Ray Heffernan. Ray knocked over by Danny Hughes, but no freeze to the referee. Comes to a Down substitute who's just arrived on the pitch. We'll tell you about him in a moment. And there goes Sands, and a grand point for Down from Noel Sands. A very fine point for Down, bringing them back into the danger area. 1 goal and 9 points for Down, 1-11 for Kilkenny. 2 points in it, 4 minutes to go. We have a few scores here from the last few minutes. Laois and Meath at 8 points all in Division 2 with 10 minutes to go. Waterford 13 points clear, 3-8, and Tipperary 1-13, Antrim 2-9. So very close all around, and Kilkenny on the attack again. McCarthy getting with a little bit of freedom at this stage, getting the ball out to Shiner, but Shiner losing it to a down defender, Woods, who prods the ball out towards midfield. It's moved on a little bit further there by Justin McCarthy, Down substitute. As far as O'Prey, the midfielder, and out comes Michael Blaney, brother of Greg, and indeed Greg had played brilliantly for Down in their campaign last year. Eddie O'Connor clears the ball from the Kilkenny defence this stage as far as Michael Phelan. Michael trying to find a man with the ball to PJ. PJ grounds the ball in as far as Ronan on a run. It slips from his grasp. As far as Shiner, hand pass to Ronan, a great shot from Ronan, and a brilliant stop from goalkeeper Noel Keith. A marvellous save from Noel Keith. PJ Delaney comes up to the rebound, but unfortunately kicks it wide in his anxiety to get through. Again, chances there for Kilkenny. A point would have done nicely.
I think he should have tapped it out of the bar. I made it easy.
Yeah. Noel Keith pucks the ball. Great urgency in the down play. A brilliant catch by Danny Hughes. He drops the ball though as the ground opened up in front of him. Pull back Coulter with the ball. A good point for Down. Stay with us. There are 3 minutes to go. Down are coming back. They've got the last 2 points. It's 110 for Down, 111 for Offaly. And remember, if for Kilkenny, and remember, if Limerick beats Offaly, the loser of this game goes down to Division 2 next year. So things couldn't be tighter here in Nolan Park as Mickey Walsh pucks out the ball. 28, just onto the 28th minute. Ray Heffernan trying to get possession, does get possession, fouled 50-60 metres out from the down goal over on the hillside of the field. It's about 10 yards in from the sideline. DJ will be going. He's in no rush. Kilkenny urgently need the score. They're 1 point up, 1 goal and 11 points, 1 goal and 10. The clock ticks on to 28 minutes. DJ stepping back a couple of yards from it. He's been very deliberate indeed about this free. Rocking, steadying himself, bending, lifting and striking, and he gets the silence of the crowd behind him as well. It's drifting a bit to the left, oh, it's wide, and the down defenders are very anxious to get on with the game. The puck out from Noel Keith, a very long puck out indeed, dropping on top of Hughes. Hughes with it in his hand beats Tom Murphy, trying to push his way past the Kilkenny defender, does so, has a very high shot. This is looking good. It's a draw match. It's a draw match with 28 and a half minutes gone. And will Kilkenny make a final bid? Here comes Anthony Prendergast. I don't know who he's going to replace at the moment. Michael Walsh not in a great hurry to get moving with the free. I think it's Ray Heffernan he's replacing. So great excitement. 1.5 minutes left. There might be a moment or two of injury time. There was a stoppage while DJ was being looked at, but hard stopping moments, no skiing.
Too close for comfort now, Tommy.
Very much so. The ball just past midfield from the puck out. John Power grabs it, and Power drives forward. It's knocked out of his hand by Danny Hughes. Power goes after it again, but Titch helps him out. But Martin Mallon, the down wing back, picks it up and belts it back down the field, and Downer on the attack again. And here comes Sands. Sands beats Eddie O'Connor to it, hand passes to McGeehan. McGeehan has a chance for a winner. What's it look like? Yes, it's all the way over the bar. Downer 1 point ahead, and the crowd underneath me have gone mad. There are about 100 down people underneath me, and are they celebrating? The down subs are out on the pitch. Michael Walsh pucking out the ball. My watch says 29-40. And the ball has gone down towards Anthony Prendergast. Shiner, everybody under it, but there goes John Power. Away he goes, jetting out towards the sideline, trying to put the ball across the face of the goal. Fails to do so, it's cleared, but only to Shiner. Shiner, will you hit it over the bar? It's drifting to the left. He's looking as if it's going wide. Corner back. But Kevin Coulter ushers it wide, a terrible wide, a dreadful wide really at this stage of the game. And goalkeeper Noel Keith is certainly in no hurry now. My watch says 30:08. Willie Horgan looking at his. What's going to happen now? Will he play an extra moment or two? There was about half a minute of a break ball in midfield. Doubled on by O'Prey. Pat O'Neill trying to get it up. But here comes McGrattan. McGrattan on the attack. He has a bit of space. Tom Murphy trying to get after him. Tom Murphy fouls him. 10 metres in from the sideline, 50 metres from the Kilkenny goal, and just about the last thing Kilkenny wanted at that time, Noel Skehan, was somebody to commit a foul.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't have fouled there, Tommy. We need, like, down, everything is in favour of down now, like, you know, this could be the last puck of the game, Tommy.
Noel, as far as I can see, it must be the last puck of the game. Tom Murphy standing too close to the, way too close to the free, and Willie Horgan holding up the play for Tom Murphy to go back. McGeehan takes it, it's gone wide, but he's a wide as good as a point at this stage. Mickey Walsh has the ball, he's ready to puck it out. He pucks it out there at the end of the game. It's over. Down have beaten the All-Ireland champions Kilkenny by 1 goal and 12 points to 1 goal and 11. And we have to wait for a result from Limerick to see if Kilkenny are relegated or not. And there is shock and dismay here in the stand everywhere except among the crowd of down people just here below me. And really, it has to be said, Down deserved that victory, Noel Skehan.
Well, you have to say Down played very well. They kept the ball moving. The danger was always there. We never got enough away from it to feel.